My eyes are green. Should I close them during the interview?
Your eyes are not green.
But with a green backdrop, they probably will turn green. Man, what if I sneeze green shit on my leg and then it's just invisible?
You know how before you date someone, there's like questions you should ask them before you start dating them? Well, I didn't ask you those. So we might not be compatible.
Who?
And now 8 months have passed?
That'd be a waste.
7 months? How long have we been dating?
8.
8?
What's that kind of?
Wait, really 8?
Yeah, we've been together 8 months.
So next is 9? Okay. Well, we've been
Are you
together.
acting?
No! Well, we've been together 8
You are
months.
not thoughtful.
And
We're
all
done.
these 8 months could be really bad because we might not be compatible.
Pretty
We
cool.
don't. There's no way of knowing.
I mean,
Even though
they're
we've been
cool,
dating.
but it would suck their waste, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I composed some questions and looked up some questions.
You
I'm gonna
composed
ask you them. But be yourself. Some of them are serious. I'm gonna just start. Do you want kids?
Nope. No, I do.
I did know that, unfortunately.
If yes, how many?
First of all, asshole. Max 3. Min. I don't know if I'm saying min. At least 1, but I wouldn't want 4. That's nice. I think you agree with me there.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think both partners should work?
Yes.
You do. So if I was like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, you'd be like, no.
Oh, well, in the case of being a stay-at-home mom, yes, but not indefinitely, I don't think. Depending on where we are financially, actually. If we were in a really good spot, I'd be like, you know what, do that. Be the mom. But if we needed money, I would be like, be a stay-at-home mom as long as you can until we need to work again. You know what I mean? Or not make you work, but like advise that you get a job.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. Where will I be? I will be already, okay, I see myself maybe living in an apartment. I don't think I'll have a home by that time. Maybe. Married to you. As long as this interview goes well, alright? I think we'll be married and I'll have a job in computer software programming.
Do you believe in shared bank accounts?
I have no clue. Don't know anything about that. What about you?
Do I? Yeah. If we're married, I think we should have a joint bank account.
Okay, cool.
Have you ever been addicted to anything?
Yeah. Being ripped. Maybe 7th grade, I was pretty addicted to modded Minecraft. That's about as far as I've ever gotten with anything, but I would just get home and play for like 8 hours.
Number 33 is, are you circumcised?
95%.
What is too serious to joke about?
An immediate death if you don't give it enough time, or just don't at all.
It's that it needs to marinate for a second,
Yeah, you gotta
and
let
then
it
you can,
stew.
you know.
Half full or half empty?
Full.
Do you laugh in awkward situations?
Yes. And I.
No. I should ask that and you should just get really silent.
We'll do that again.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you laugh in awkward situations? Okay.
Look it up.
Yeah.
What's the hardest conversation you've ever had to have?
When I was at the hospital, and I had to ask in front of both of my parents how long my life would be, and they're like, no. And my mom started was like, she's like, why would you ask that?
You asked how long your life would be, and they said they wouldn't answer you.
They said they didn't know. They said that the whole heart transplant thing is like literally at the time. It was like 2013 when I asked that, so it was literally like less than 2 decades old. Because like they didn't really do them that much in the 90s.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm one of those people who you look at to see how well they work. So if someone gets a heart transplant now, they'd be like, oh, well, we have people who've been fine for 18 years, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of one of the very first generations to get a heart transplant. My mom was just, I mean, you know, that's a hurtful question in terms of my parents having to, I mean, it's not hurtful, but it's like, it sucks to hear. You know, if you have a kid and they're like, how long am I going to live? You're like, man, that's sad.
Yeah.
That sucked from there.
Yeah,
So that was a
for
hard conversation.
What's your biggest fear about getting a relationship with me specifically?
Wow, okay, let me think about that.
I think since we're already dating, we should just answer it like relevant to now.
I'm most afraid that we'll get married and it'll be like a couple years in and just we're completely different people and we don't connect the same way we used to. But I think that we're so young that if we get married early, I've just heard that, I don't know, we could be,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like you get married early and then by the time you're like 27, you're just a completely different person and so are they. And it's like you guys are just like, you know, you don't connect. So I don't know, that's my biggest fear. What about you? For
With
me?
you specifically.
Just the fact that you're not very aware about things?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Really? What do you think I was going to say?
I was going to die early.
Oh. Well, I'm not taking that really into account in this because, like, that's kind of unfair, I feel like. That is a fear of mine, that you will die early, and,
Yeah.
like, I'll just have to kind of deal with it because it's going to be rough on me.
But like, because you're alive now, my biggest fear, like being in a relationship with you, is the fact that you're not aware, and sometimes because of that, you don't take certain things into account that you need to. And so I feel like you ignore small picture stuff, but I feel like that can easily like amount to big picture stuff, and that's just like a worry of mine.
What do you think will be your greatest struggle?
I think maybe at times like struggling to understand each other.
What's your greatest struggle?
I always think a lot about my priorities, and sometimes it kind of eats into me. And like things I want to do versus what I should do. What about you?
My biggest struggle.
I think just like not being mean. That sounds really bad. But I feel like I just get so caught up in just being honest and like wearing my heart on my sleeve and not caring that I do that.
Yeah.
That like I can easily hurt you because I'm not afraid to unleash and I don't really hold back. Which, yeah, blessing and a
I would
curse.
agree.
Is there anything that you should have let go of a long time ago but are still holding on to?
I think I need to get better at like how I feel about myself. I think I just need to stop thinking, oh, I'm so awkward and ugly. I think that's bad.
What's something that's unavoidable that we'll have to do?
Get married or break up. Both are a little scary. Not gonna lie. Both are a little terrifying. In their own ways, you know. What about you?
Finding out if you can have kids.
I might have to bleep this out,
But
but
do you have any issues with my family?
I wish they weren't as judgmental as they are. What's the backdrop gonna be for this?
I don't know.
You really don't know? This is like a cornfield.
is there anything you're afraid to talk to me about?
You don't like if I mention having my own time. Which I get, but I'm just saying.
You're afraid to talk to me about you like
Not that I'm afraid to, but I know that if I bring it up, you'll get very upset and like insecure, which is like, I guess I get it, but
Yeah.
Do you want this to last forever?
yeah.
And what's your favorite joke?
My go-to is the snowman one. What's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? Snowballs.
Snowballs as in no balls? Or
Like,
they have
Oh.
snowman balls?
what do you think about it? Snowman and snow women? Snowballs.
Thank you for coming
Yes, stranger.
on my talk show.
Why did the woman fall into the well? Because she couldn't see that well.
I'm checking this live on there. What's your greatest struggle, specifically to you?
I'm 95% circumcised.
Have you ever been addicted to anything?
Yeah. My immediate family, pretty much.
What is too serious to joke about?
Outfits, I think. And then as long as my face skin isn't too terrible.
What worries you most about your future? About our future?
An immediate death.
What's your greatest struggle?
Balls. It's like the only one that I can remember. Yeah, that's the main one.
What's something that we'll inevitably have to do in the future that you're afraid of?
I modded Minecraft.
Do you laugh in awkward situations?
Yeah, of course. Okay. But not with you. You're too hot.